Have you ever been listening to a song you know well and suddenly one chord just kind of hits you the way that others don't? It's unexpected, it's beautiful, it's a little surprising. You might have been hearing a borrowed chord, and learning how to recognize and use borrowed chords is one of the fastest ways to make your own playing sound more sophisticated. And if you're new here, my name's Jonathan, and on this channel we provide practical tutorials to help you improve at the piano faster. And today we're talking about borrowed chords, what they are, and why they create that perfect moment of unexpected color. Now, here's the setup. This is the baseline that we're working from. Every key has a set of 7 chords that naturally belong to it. We call those the diatonic chords, and in C major, those would just be C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and then of course back to C major. So those are the chords that feel like home in the key of C. Now a borrowed chord is exactly what it sounds like. It's borrowed from a different key, but specifically it's borrowed from the parallel key. The parallel key of C major is C minor. A major, A minor, G major, G minor. You get it. Same starting note, just different mode. And in C minor, the diatonic chords are going to be different. You've got flat versions of some of them. So if we take C natural minor, so that's 3 flats, our chords would be C minor, D diminished, E flat major, F minor. Now this one could go either way. If we leave it in its natural form, we have a minor chord for the 5 chord. Usually we'll adjust that and turn it into a major chord. The 6 chord will be A flat major, and then here, again, if we leave it in the natural form, we get a major chord for 7, but a lot of times we're gonna raise that leading tone anyway for a diminished chord. And so we're basically taking one of those chords and borrowing it from the parallel minor in our major key. Now the most common borrowed chord is the 4 chord. That's minor 4, borrowed from the minor key. So in C major, the F chord would be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's F major. But in C minor, the 4 chord is F minor. Now when you take that F minor chord and drop it into a song that's otherwise going to be in C major, your ear hears something unexpected. It's not wrong, it's just from the other side of the aisle, so to speak, with major and minor. And because C minor and C major share the same root, the borrowed chord feels related. It's just a little bit darker. So for example, I could do 1, 4, borrowed 4, and then back to 1. So when you hear that F minor chord, it adds an unexpected sort of emotional weight, that moment of darkness and an otherwise bright progression. It's what pop, rock, and classical composers use all the time to add depth. Now where have you heard this before? It's definitely in Creep by Radiohead. We have 1 major 3, not quite a borrowed chord, but a similar idea, 4, borrowed 4. There's your minor 4. It's in While My Guitar Gently Weeps. It's in countless Taylor Swift songs. Almost any song that has that moment where the music suddenly feels heavier, it's probably using a borrowed chord. Another very common borrowed chord is the flat 6. So in C major, that's going to be A flat major for the borrowed chord. If we use a regular 6, it's A minor. Borrowed chord will be A flat. Now when you drop that A flat chord into a song that's in C major, it creates this sort of beautiful, unexpected lift. It's dramatic, almost cinematic. Movie soundtracks use this constantly. So maybe something like a 1, 4, borrowed 6, 5, then back to 1. And so here's how you can try it. Take any song you already know in C major, find a place where an F major chord shows up, and try substituting F minor. So even something simple like, you can try something like, or something like that. Or find a place where the progression feels like it could use a surprise and try dropping in one of those borrowed chords. Listen how the entire feel of the passage changes with just that one chord. You can think of borrowed chords as the musical equivalent of taking an unexpected turn on a familiar drive. The road goes somewhere new, but you can still find your way home. Now, if you want to go even deeper into the system that borrowed chords come from, the parallel modes, I have a video on all 7 modes for you to explore, very beginner friendly, right here. I'll see you there.